Green, written and narrated by Yejide Adeniyi. It happened in a flash. 1 minute we were talking, the next he was down on one knee. I wasn't sure I heard half of what he said. It was exactly how I had always imagined. Except it wasn't happening to me. It was happening to my best friend Debbie. We all screamed like little girls as we stared at Debbie's engagement ring. "I can't believe you didn't let me in on it," I said to Larry as I reached to hug him. Larry quickly apologized, saying he had considered conscripting me into his plans. However, he feared that Debbie would catch on. "I'm so happy for you guys," I said as I hugged them both again. A night planned for talks and drinks with friends ended up as a mini party, and danced the night away we did. I sauntered into the house 3 hours later than I had planned, and my sister Yomi was waiting up for me with a barrage of questions. "I thought you said you'd only be gone for 2 hours. Debola, where exactly did you go?" It was quite a night, Yomi. Debbie got engaged," I said, trying hard to contain my excitement and some other feelings I couldn't name yet. I whipped out my phone to show her photos and videos as I described in detail the event of the night. As I spoke, much to my surprise and hers, my voice started to quiver, and I began to sob. "What's wrong?" Yomi asked alarmed. "I'm happy for Debbie. Larry is a great guy and he's perfect for her. But a part of me is wishing that this was happening to me too. It feels as if there's ice in my chest. What kind of a friend am I? Oh, you should have seen me tonight, Yomi. I was so chatty so I could hide my misery. I feel like a fraud. And worse still, I'm afraid that Debbie will see right through me." "I'm sorry you feel this way, Debola," Yomi said as she pulled me close. "I have an idea," she said. "Should we pray they break off their engagement?" "God forbid," I yelled with tears instantly vanishing from my eyes. "What kind of prayer is that one?" "Isn't that what you want?" Yomi asked calmly. "Of course not," I half yelled, hoping she would believe me. "I know," Yomi said reassuringly. "You know, feeling this way is pretty normal. You only want something good to happen to you too. It's not the feeling that makes you an evil person. It's what you decide to do with the feeling." I didn't get enough sleep as I spent most of the night looking back at my recently failed relationship. But amazingly, I woke up feeling better and determined that I was not going to be a Debbie Downer. I did a lot of soul searching, and I acknowledged that yes, I was envious, but I was going to move on and be truly happy and supportive of my friend. I also came to the conclusion that if I wanted a successful relationship, I had to stop comparing every man to my ex. Next on my list was to be a little more adventurous and try not to say no too quickly. In the weeks that followed, I realized that I didn't feel that tightness in my chest anymore, and it was quite a relief. Planning Debbie's wedding with her was so much fun. We looked up styles on the internet, searched for the latest wedding trends, and went ashwebi and souvenir hunting together. We even discovered some places in Eko that we had never been before. Finally, Debbie's wedding day arrived. Oh, she looked absolutely beautiful, like a bride on the cover of an exquisite wedding magazine. And as chief bridesmaid, I didn't look too shabby myself. I doubt if there was any dry eye in the church as Debbie and Larry read their wedding vows. The church service was sweet and short, and off to the reception venue we went. I was still startled when he walked up to me and started small talk. Yes, I had been introduced to him briefly at the traditional wedding at Asaba, but you see, he had been quite standoffish. I could have played along, but something about him just irked me all over again. "I think you've mistaken me for someone else," I said sternly. "You're Debola. We met at Larry and Debbie's engagement in Asaba. I must admit I was quite distracted." "You were rude," I pointed out matter-of-factly. He was shocked, but smiled and emphasized again that he was distracted. He explained that he had some emergency to deal with on that fateful day and was therefore a tad touchy. "I apologize. Let's do this again. I'm Christian," he said as he held out his hand. I smiled and reluctantly but warmly said, "And I'm Debola." Christian wasn't bad company, and he was quite helpful too as I ran little errands for the couple. Soon it was time for the bouquet toss. Debbie and I had secretly planned that she would toss it my way, but this overzealous and obviously athletic sister from nowhere snatched it out of my grasp. On another day, at another venue, I would have been as mad as hell. But it was Debbie's wedding and I was truly happy. Afterwards, the MC prayed for all the single people in the hall. He then invited us all to dance to Adekunle Gold's Speak Up and stressed that dancing to the song would move God to swiftly give us partners. Can you imagine? It was quite hilarious, but he successfully got many folks on the dance floor. I was going to sit this one out, but Christian cajoled me to dance with him. Boy, could he move. As we danced, I was reminded of a quote I had read on the comment section of a Bella Niger article which said, "Don't get mad when God blesses your neighbor. He is in the neighborhood." The end.
I don't go wedding tire. Many Saturday you don't pass. And I never marry. Oluwa provide a boo. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi ń kọ́lé. Wọ́n bí mọ́lé mọ́ o. Èmi náà fẹ́ yayọ̀. Oluwa dá mi lóhùn o. Mama jẹ́ kẹ́nìbọ̀dì bèrè pé bó lọ́lọ́run mi wà o. Don't put me to